I took some tests, and it was revealed that I was suffering from multiple personality disorder. Do you think it's possible for two souls to live inside one body? At first, I really thought that this idea was absurd. But after analyzing it well, I've come to believe that another soul lives inside my body. You can call me Sophia, and I will tell you the story about how another girl called Charlotte would sometimes take over my body. Before we continue with my story, like this video and subscribe. I started noticing Charlotte's presence when I was 14, and she has been living inside me for about 12 years now. It started one winter. I went to bed on a Saturday night, and I woke up 7 days later without any recollection of what had happened the previous week. I thought I had been in a coma, but when my friends told me how confident and sassy I had behaved in the past few days, I was utterly confused. Like, oh my God, you were so weird last week, Sophia. Like, you were a totally different person. You wore really fashionable clothes, you told off all of your bullies, and you were also mean to everyone. Oh, and you kissed Alvin. My friends told me. I kissed Alvin, as in Alvin, the campus heartthrob? They confirmed their statement with a photo posted on social media. I gasped in disbelief. There was no way I was the girl in that photo. Her skirt was way too skimpy, and her makeup was so thick. I was timid and reserved. I barely spoke to my classmates in school, save for my two closest friends. I couldn't even remember doing all of those things. But a lot of people affirmed that it was really me. Even my own parents saw it for themselves. Over the years, Charlotte would take over my body every now and then. My sudden behavioral changes confused the people around me. They found it a little odd that I sometimes behaved very differently, and my friends and parents didn't like it at all. Especially because this other girl that I became was kind of mean, headstrong, and was a total prima donna. She did whatever she wanted, without consideration for others, and expected everyone to give to her every whim. Otherwise, she threw a huge tantrum. She was very stressful to deal with. In the hopes of getting to know this other girl who willfully takes over my body, I left an open notebook with a letter for her on my bedside table. I asked her who she was, where she came from, and why she was taking over my body against my will. The next time she resurfaced, she gave me a reply. She told me that her name was Charlotte and that she had always been inside my body ever since I was born. That I had suppressed her for so long, but now she was going to make sure that my body one day totally became hers. She was going to try to make me disappear. I panicked upon reading what she had written. I was convinced that this Charlotte was an evil spirit possessing me. I tried different methods of driving away the evil spirit. I wore holy necklaces and a bracelet, ate a lot of garlic until my breath stank, consulted a psychic, and sought the help of a witch doctor. But none of these methods removed Charlotte from my body. It got to the point when Charlotte frequently took over my body and I would be lost for several weeks. It greatly affected my way of life, my job, and my relationship with my family and friends. A colleague suggested that I see a psychiatrist as she felt that I might have some sort of mental disorder. I was so offended. How dare she call me crazy? Regardless, I thought about her suggestion and went to see a doctor. I took some tests, and it was revealed that I was suffering from multiple personality disorder. I was confused. Why would I have this kind of mental disease? We decided to go back in time and trace some experiences that may have triggered the illness. My parents came clean about something that I had buried deep in my subconscious. They told me that they weren't my real parents. I couldn't believe that I only found out I was adopted when I was 26. They said that my real parents were drug addicts who abused me since I was a baby. They told me that when I was 7, I was rescued. I was found barely alive because of how severely I was beaten. I had several fractured bones, and it took me months to recover physically. Even when the injuries had healed, apparently I was emotionally scarred. I wouldn't talk and simply stared at the hospital wall. It took me a lot of medication and therapy to recover. When I finally did, I had made myself believe that my name was Sophia, like my favorite Disney princess, and that I had locked away all my negative experiences from my memory. At that time, my adoptive mom used to work as the hospital cook. She gave me a lot of delicious treats that cheered me up. So I claimed that she was my real mother, and I clung to her all the time. Since she and her husband didn't have a child of their own, they decided to adopt me. They told me that my real name was actually Charlotte. Hence, Charlotte. Not another soul in my body, but just another me. Am I Charlotte or Sophia? Right now, I still couldn't tell. I am still under treatment, and I know that completely healing is still a long way from now. Share your thoughts about my life story in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends, and let's get this to 1,000 likes. Watch our other nutty stories as well. See you later.